Look at this gorgeousness. That's it. Catherine not with us today, so I picked for her like a little tiny branches, so she will feel like she's picking it. We'll take it home for her. Look at that. Now, lots of you will say, oh, that's a beautiful diamond painting would be picture. And it would be, because it's so gorgeous and juicy. And they are so big right now. Very nice. Well, see you shortly. Look at this gorgeous strawberry I have. We were camping and picked 3 baskets of strawberry. So what I will do, I will pour cold water. We are going to wash them, and then I will clean them all from these greens. To break it, kind of leaving this greenery here. So I will use knife to just to cut it out this part. Let's see. I will make a homemade jam. My kids like to have, especially my son likes to have a peanut butter jelly, and he just discovered not long ago he actually liked my homemade strawberry. I've been making them for years and nobody would eat. Now finally he tried and he's like, oh, it's not bad, I like it. So when so what I will do, I will clean to get them to this point. Also, to save your time, I'm just not going to clean this with you, but that's what I'm going to do. Now I have in here a little bit of example what I did last year and years before. Okay, I would grab this kind of strawberry, put them in a pot like I did in here, and I put sugar, and I just wait a little bit till juice start to come out, till sugar start to melt. When you mix them all together, if you don't want to wait, you can put a little bit of cold water, and that way sugar will be melting slowly as it's heating up on a stove. So I just put in here a little bit just to show you what I have. I already put like a little bit. I never measure sugar. I just put little bit by little bit, and I bring to the boil, maybe boil for 5 minutes, and I turn it off. So I did this twice already. I will smash them later with the like a potato smasher. How do you call it? Potato smasher. You can blend, but I like when strawberry has a little bit of chunks in it. So I never wanted to have it as a puree. This time I will do differently, because since my son liked to put in a peanut butter, I will do this puree, and hopefully maybe even to get the seeds a little bit out, maybe I will put them through the strainer to get the seeds out. I don't know. If not, he don't care. He says it's good anyway. So let me just clean the rest of the strawberry. Of course, we have to wash them first, and then we will go to the point B. All right, here it is, all clean. And I got this blender. Okay, sorry, I covered myself because light behind me. This kind of blender, I want to try and see how this is going to work. I promise not going to annoy you with the sounds of it, so I will try to blend without putting you into these noises, and come back and show you if it's work or not. We will try to make it pure this time. Look at this. I think it's worked perfect with the blender. So now I will have a beautiful jam, and seeds, it's not a problem. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. So now I have to blend all the strawberry. With this one we can pour into our pot. Oh, I hope I didn't kiss this camera on my strawberry. Look how beautiful it's blended. Oh, nice. The smells in the house going to be so good. All right, I'm going to continue till we finish all the strawberry, and we are going to add some sugar. I have to say that's a lot of strawberry in here, and look how beautiful puree nice and smooth. So now I have a sugar in here. It's a 2-cup measurements, but it's definitely more than 2 cups because I literally put like full. So this is just the beginning. Of course we will need some more. Okay, and I will mix, and we'll put maybe like, you know, for 5 minutes to let the sugar melt a little bit, or I can even put right now on the stove to start to boil slowly. Well, let's just wait to sugar melt a little bit. Let's say 5-10 minutes, and then I'll put on the stove on a low. We don't want to burn it, and we will start to bring it to the boil. It's slowly starting to boil. I added another 2 cups of sugar because I have so much mixture in here. It's more than 3 liters. Yeah, definitely more. I don't know how big this, but I added more sugar, and now it's just about, it's starting a little bit some movements. You can see it's starting slowly to boil. When I did jam when I was a kid, we used to pick it up, this foam, in a separate dish. I don't bother to do this now. It doesn't matter. This is not going to ruin your jam. So at this point it's starting to boil. So what I will do, because it's a lot in here of the strawberry jam will be, I will let this boil for about 20-30 minutes maybe for the first time, and then I will put to cool down completely, and then I will add more sugar and more boil. And usually I do like this 2-3 times, and I just taste how much sugar I want. I never measure. I get the consistency that it's turning to the jello and it tastes sweet and nice, and I just stop then. So right now I'm just going to boil, and we'll show you consistency before we start to boil second time. I started to record my video last night kind of late. Now it's morning, next day, and here's what we have. Usually I keep my lid closed, or I have this one, or I have this one kind of like a mesh from dollar store actually, so nothing will be flying inside. So this is the next morning. Let's see what we have in here. As you can see, consistency right now in here about 4 cups of sugar, and last night I was tasted it's not sweet enough yet because there's lots of strawberries. So I will add right now 2 more cups, literally. Yes, it's going to be sweet there, and I will boil this again. I think I will do, that's what I usually do, I will boil for a little bit more, cool down totally, taste. If I need to add more sugar, I will boil more. Plus we have to boil for quite some time to kind of evaporate that juice a little bit because it's too liquidy right now. Plus sugar more need to be caramelized to get the thickness of it. So we just have to look consistency. There's no specific recipe how I do or measurements. It's all about taste and look. So that's what we are going for. Now it's like it's a darker color, but you can see it's still liquidy. So it was just like literally first boiled. I will wait till my sugar a little bit melt now a little bit and start to heat up. Yeah, so that's what I basically do. I boil for a little bit, let cool down totally, add some sugar, boil again, add some sugar, boil again. So sometimes it takes me like 3-4 times, but then on the end it's going to be very nice. And then I will show you how to close them into the jar, and you don't need to have special jars. Now it's about consistency that I like, and I was going to show you something, but my son came and mixed it. So there is a little like texture, thicker go on the sides. You can literally pick this up and take it away if you don't want to. But what I will do now, see, it's nice after boiling for so much and adding more sugar. I like this consistency. I left on a stove to cool to see how thickness will be, because I do not add absolutely nothing besides the sugar. That's it. No any jelly, any other supplements to make it thicker, nothing, just the sugar. What I will do now, yeah, by the way, when you put in the fridge it will be much thicker if you know, before you use. So I will now bring this to the boil, and I will show you how I put into the jars. My air conditioner running here in the kitchen, so it's a little bit loud, forgive me for that. I want to talk about jars. First of all, you don't need to chase around buy this fancy jars, which I will use today one because my son just emptied this one, you know, those for the canning. Literally you can use already that you have in your house, and I using all this, you know, this one was tomato sauce. I made this strawberry last year. As you can see, they are perfectly fine. This one is a chunky one. I didn't blend. I like the chunky jam, so I can make some maybe like a cookies with them or something like that. So you can use any jar, pickles, you know, from anything you buy at the store. Don't throw away this perfectly fine jars. You can reuse them, and to use them I will show you what you need to do. While my strawberry, hold on, while my strawberry is still getting ready to boil, I have next to me, and forgive me, I have some pots and pans in here because I have lots of cooking to do before camping. So I have my meatballs on the stove as well. Water, we need water, and I like to use this mesh thing that I got it from dollar store. Tomato sauce splattered a little bit in color for me, so I'm going to use this, put on the top of my boiling water already in here on a pan. I will put, I'm just gonna show you one for the example, upside down. I will put this lid upside, oh, okay, we have to wash that too, sorry about that, happened. So we need to disinfect them. Not only they already clean and washed, we need to make them disinfect with the steam on the inside till they get like glass, hot, 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 to withstand the cold, hot strawberry jam, so our glass don't crack. And at the same time it's like a sterilize, so I usually put a whole bunch of them on the top and just wait. You will see the steam drops start to kind of get out from here, and your glass will be nice and clear. That way you know it's going to be ready. Alright, so what we have in here, it's getting thinner because it's getting more hot, but we need to bring this to the boil. It has to be boiled so it stays for a long time without exploding your lids, because it's getting bad, you know. You have to be hot, hot, hot. Just from the boil we'll put into the jar, so let's just wait a few minutes. As you can tell, it's already boiling. I will turn it off now so we don't have to burn it. Turn it off, and let's check my jars. So you can see that this one already clear, transparent, because it's did the job. This bigger jar I put is still sweating, so when water start to drip down and get it clear, it's mean your glass is ready. So you see the bubble water in here on the top. I'm just usually put to the side to shake it out, but don't worry about residue water in here. It's already boiling water. Strawberry is boiling, so it's nothing wrong. So I will try to do with my hand. One hand, let's see. If you don't like the stickers on a jar, here's the example. Wash them under cold water only. If you will wash them, like on the inside, everything you have to wash with hot water and soap, but outside use cold water. Hot water will melt residue of glue and it will be sticky and muddy and nasty. Cold water with the sponge, kitchen sponge, it will come out nice clear jar. And look at that, you have a fancy jars for your strawberry. Let's try it. Let's try it. Can I do this one hand? I have to mix it because my thing's still hot. Maybe I can move a little bit. Ooh. So I will get little by little, kind of. It's not. I would usually keep my jar over the in here, but let's try a swing in here. And I need to see what I'm doing in here. Because it's hot, if you're afraid the jar can be cracked from the hot, but it's already hot. Just take it and kind of swirl around, wait till it's a little bit jar getting more hot. And it's hot, I can feel it. Let me bring some more. Oh, just a minute. Okay, we need more. And that should be enough. Usually I put right to this line where it's closure. So now I'm just going to reach out to my lids. Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Okay, so now I have this. Okay, just make sure this part is clean. So I have, oh, excuse me, paper towel on the outside, and the rim need to be clean. So I'm trying to use one hand and see at the same time. Okay, now we're going to close this part on this one and close as hard as it's possible. So, okay, after camera, I will tie it up and come back to you. We are done. There you go. I have a little bit leftovers. I will put this in the fridge so we can see actual consistency when it's chill a little bit. Here it is, the trick I learned from my mom. Everything she would flip upside down. This will help to get the suction air out and seal your lids tight. And at the same time, it's a good test if you have some damage in the glass and leakage will appear. This way prevent that. And look what I have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bigger jars. How big are they? Let's see. How big are they? Here, 410 ml. All right, so I have a little one. So that's what I'm saying. This jar's is fantastic. Now I will cover this with the towel. I'll let cool this completely on my table here without touching till it's cold, and then I will flip them upside down and put in a storage room. Let's eat. I have now this gel maybe for 2 hours in the fridge, so it's feel cold, so should be okay. Let's check it out with the texture. Okay, see, it's still kind of soft, pliable. It probably will thicken a little bit more when it stays more. If you want a little bit thicker, you can add some preservatives, but I like to use just the sugar and that's it. It is, if you are diabetes, this is lots of sugar in here. You can change sugar to Splenda sugar, which consider sugar-free. Yeah, something different than just the regular sugar. And I would love to actually try it because I did not try yet. And see how this tastes. Hopefully sweet enough. I love to have this sometimes with the, just a regular bread. Make a toast and with tea or coffee. No, tea better actually. Okay, let's try it. It's sweet enough. Delicious. Now I'm gonna have a few crackers. Well, I hope you like the way I do it. Of course, there's many other things. This is the first time that I try by blending. Usually I do chunky, so it's like pieces of strawberry. But I actually like this way as well. This way it will be easy to spread over like peanut butter and jelly sandwich to create. So there you go. Try this way and let me know if you like them.